Hi, I'm Andre. I'm a black nerd. I saw the Emoji Movie. I don't know why, but I did. I know I got requests from many of you to review it, so I did it. And I'm sorry, this is a spoiler. Get over it. If you're really worried about Emoji Movie spoilers, then I'm concerned. Let's just get it off the bat. Yeah, it's a bad movie. It's an Emoji Movie. What'd you expect? But the thing about it is, it's not bad in a so bad it's good kind of way. It's not the type of movie I can have fun with reviewing, like I did with Nine Lives or The Road Chip. And it's also not bad in a makes me incredibly angry type of way, like, Jim and the Holograms or something like that. It's just dull. It's just boring. It's the same stuff we've seen before. It's clearly knocking off pretty much all the other animation movies that we've seen recently. It's Wreck-It Ralph, it's Inside Out, it's Toy Story. It follows similar formulas of like, oh, someone who's not fitting into the way they're supposed to be, or going on an adventure where they have to get to from point A to point B. You have Gene as the star. He's this emoji that's supposed to be the meh emoji. It's kind of how I feel about this movie, meh. But he's able to do all kinds of expressions, and that's gonna obviously pose a problem if someone on the smartphone presses the meh emoji and he gives a different emotion. That makes it seem like the phone is broken, and then if your phone gets wiped, of course that means everyone on the phone is destroyed. Gene is all like, oh, I'm a meh emoji. The only emotion I'm allowed to have is meh. But then they have emojis that are like food and animals. So I'm like, so do they get to have multiple emotions? Or is there like an elephant that wants to be a giraffe or something? Like I don't understand. When you start getting to this level of logic with this world, you start breaking apart. Just like Wreck-It Ralph with the arcade games in the Emoji Movie, the smartphone is the world, and all the different apps are different little worlds you can go into. So there's like the Facebook world that you can go into, there's the Instagram world, there's the Dropbox world, there's the Just Dance app, there's Candy Crush. These are all places you can visit. And those are actual things in the movie. Like, they use the real names of apps and programs because, product placement. YouTube has a whole section. They go into the YouTube world, and it's just a bunch of TVs of various YouTube videos. There's some YouTube stars in there. It's like I saw Miranda Sings, Glozell. I think Rosanna Pansino was in there. But then, of course, the big giant screen is Pin Pineapple Apple Pin, and the little cat is like, meow, meow, like that stuff. Candy Crush has a major part in this. Just Dance. They have a Christina Aguilera voiced hologram girl that's dancing, and they have to dance their way from one side to the other side. Spotify is a world, and that's a stream of music. So you go down the stream of music in a boat. And of course, every single stream is just an excuse for them to play a popular song. You like the Whip Nay Nay song? You're gonna hear it here. There's at one point where they play the I just wanna feel this moment. That song. And I was like, really? You're gonna use a song that was heavily used to advertise a Lego movie in a movie that's blatantly ripping off the Lego movie? Shame. I like the Instagram world because it was a bunch of pictures, but then you could walk into the picture and you would see everything surrounding the square image, and it was all frozen in time, so you could move like water drops along and stuff like that. And I thought that part was really cool, and they could change the filter while they were inside of the image. There's a part of the movie where they go to a piracy bar where you meet spam and internet trolls, and the bartender is a Trojan horse. That's something. That's better than the other stuff they had. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. The odd thing about it for me is that's actually the stuff I liked. Like, all the phone-related emoji-based things were actually kind of the fun stuff. It's just they never go full on with it. The only time they ever do stuff like that is just to give a reason to drop the name of an app or the name of a song or some kind of other product placement. They got so wrapped up in being able to use these actual terms and actual songs and actual programs that they didn't then use that to then do something fun with it in the same way that Toy Story did with the actual toys. And then when you think about any of the other movies like this, like Toy Story, Lego, things like that, they did create original characters and original worlds. Wreck-It Ralph created original games as well as having references to actual games. So, why am I even going this deep with it? They're so focused on this formulaic plot that we've seen in multiple movies that's what brings it down. They have, High Five as the sidekick, and he's just there to just mumble a bunch of one-liners and comic relief stuff, and a lot of it doesn't work, honestly. They've got Sir Patrick Stewart here as the talking poop, and the whole joke is supposed to be, hey, it's Sir Patrick Stewart as a piece of talking poop. And it's like, okay, but that's all they got with it, really, you know? And pretty much if you've seen the trailers for this movie, you've pretty much seen all of his lines. Like, there's not really that much more that he does in the movie, except at one point when things are going crazy in the phone, he's actually sitting in a captain's chair, like in Star Trek The Next Generation. They were able to subtly put that in. Stephen Wright as Gene's dad, the original meh emoji, he was great. He was probably the best thing. Anytime he popped up, I was liking it because he just has that voice where it's like, son, I'm so proud of you, yay. There's this emoji called Smiler. She's voiced by Maya Rudolph, which that was good. I like Maya Rudolph anytime, so having her as Smiler was great. And then you have this character Jailbreak. She's the jailbreak emoji, but you find out that she's actually a princess emoji that doesn't want to be a princess emoji. Then they're like, well, hey, since you're a princess emoji, can you whistle and cartoon birds come out and hang out with you? And she's like, no, you shouldn't say that. Why are men always saying stuff like that? That's an offensive stereotype. But then when Gene gets to the other side of the phone and Jailbreak and High Five have to go over to the other side of the phone to rescue him, what does she do? She whistles and then a cartoon bird, the Twitter bird to be exact, flies in and they go there. So I was like, wait, you just berated them this entire movie for this reason and then you do it? I guess that would be the equivalent of somebody telling me, hey, Andre, I bet you like fried chicken. I'm like, that's an offensive stereotype. How dare you say that at a restaurant and then turn it away and go, one fried chicken, please. I hate this movie, it's stupid. But this is the same company that made Smurfs The Lost Village, and I like that movie. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, and there's a Hotel Transylvania short that shows up before this movie. So that made me remind myself that Hotel Transylvania is also a good movie. I'm gonna tell you though, yeah, young people will probably like this movie because in the theater I was in, there was a few people in there. It wasn't empty, but I swear to you, every single time one of these apps and programs came up, there was somebody behind me that was like, YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitch. I was just like, oh, there you go. That's apparently this ghost child behind me. Ooh, the apps, they all download down here. Man, I'm not gonna come on here and be like, Emoji Movie is the worst movie in the world. It's not worth your time. Not even, ironically, not even to try to make some crazy rant video because you think you're gonna get the views. It's not worth it, dude. I'm telling you. And I sat in the theater and this movie, it may have broken me a little bit because I was sitting there was going, why am I doing this? Like, what is the point of this? Like, I have a YouTube channel where I can pretty much talk about anything I want, and somehow I told myself that this was what I was supposed to do, to watch an Emoji Movie and review it. I saw two other really good movies before this movie. I did a movie marathon. I saw War for the Planet of the Apes, which was awesome. I saw Girls Trip, which was hilarious. And somehow I thought at the end of my day that this is what I had to see. An animated kids film about talking yellow circles of emojis. I told myself, this is what I was supposed to do today. This is what I'm supposed to do as work or as entertainment. And I'm like, why? There's so many other things that I can talk about that's awesome. Why am I spending time on the Emoji Movie? If you wanted more from me than this, I apologize. I feel like that I just can't do it, man. I just don't have the energy to be like, Emoji Movie, what the heck? Nah. You don't deserve it, Emoji Movie. You don't deserve that energy from me. I'm not giving it to you. There's got to be a better way. I want to keep making things and talking to you and talking about stuff, even if I don't like it, but there's just got to be a better way than this. This is just not right. So that's my review of the Emoji Movie. Give me a thumbs up. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Outie 5000. Subscribe, ring the bell, whatever. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Outie 5000. Change up, y'all.